Hello and welcome. I am Arun from Beautiful Mind IS. Several students of Psychology Optional who give UPSC mains examination often say that, sir, I was expecting more marks but I didn't get. So I don't know the reason. So I am going to tell you that what happens and what are the main reason for underperformance and why people do not get very satisfactory marks. With the help of one paper that students have performed in our test series program, and you will see that what kind of mistakes are there, what kind of factual error is there, and then you will understand this. This is a test, So one test is that question is here that discuss the significance of achievement motivation in economic development and how does David McClelland theory of motivation apply to entrepreneurial success. I think you have understood the questions. The significance of achievement motivation in economic development. So what is the significance of achievement motivation in economic development of any culture, country, society, whatever. And how does David McClelland theory of motivation, this thing that apply to entrepreneurial success? Two parts are there. What you will say? In first part you will discuss the achievement motivations and how does McClelland theory of motivation apply to entrepreneurial success. See, one student has written the answer. I will show you on the back stage. Let me show you the answer. See what this student has written in connection with that questions. Achievement motivation refers to the drive to excel, achieve, and challenging goal and this thing. Okay, this part is okay. David McClelland achievement motivation is here. Now, significance of achievement motivations. See, under significance of achievement motivation, the student has written competitiveness. Individuals with high achievement motivation tend to be more competitive and strive to achieve excellence. This is the things the student has written. Now, question that it looks very good, but this way you should not write because this is an intuitive way of writing. And whatever things you have written, have you ever considered this thing that whether it is factually correct or not? You are just making logical assumptions that if achievement motivation high, then this should be that, this should be that, this should be that. Then correlates you are assuming, but you are not aware of the actual research. This is why you have not gone through the textbook properly. This could be the reason. Let me show you this thing. You say that high achievement motivation. I am telling here that no, people with very high achievement motivation, they are not very competitive. They do not like very high competition. This is the findings. Hoenga and Winter, many, if you read Morgan and King, Barron, you will find these researches in common book. Now let me show you the research, then you will believe. See, high, this person has written high. Now see this thing, I am showing you the research. See this thing. See, high achievement, this thing, maybe that. Here it is written. I am showing you. This is from Morgan. Okay. That high need for achievement. People prefer to work on moderately challenging tasks, which promises success. Not very high, not very low. Because when it is too challenging, things will be too competitive. Then chances for success is less. So you cannot say that people with high achievement motivation will always like competition. So you are factually incorrect, whatever thing that a student has written. See this thing, I am telling this thing that you should read this thing, that what researchers are telling. Hoenga and Hoenga is there, Winter is there. See this thing, McClelland, Winter, Hoenga and Hoenga. These researchers have clearly found this finding. and you have written just opposite. Now if you go here on this, the next page is this one. I have highlighted here. See this thing? The most successful people identified in the research scored high on achievement motivation or work orientation, but low on competitive motivation. Spence and Helmrich. See, I am repeating, I have underlined this thing. The most successful people identified in the research who has conducted research, this Spence and Helmrich. So maybe that you are not able to remember the name. At least you can say the research finding shows this thing. So see what say that the most successful people, so-called entrepreneurial people here in this connection, identified in this research scored high on achievement motivation. They were high on achievement motivation, but or work oriented, but low on competitive motivations. I think we are getting this point. So this kind of mistakes, this kind of factual error will be fatal for you. In examinations, you will not be able to get adequate marks, but you will say that I have written all the things. I don't know why I have not, scored well. So two reasons could be there. Suppose you have taken some mock test series, then their teacher or faculty has not identified your mistakes. That is why you are committing the same mistake again and again. Had that person checked your paper properly, and so this kind of mistakes will be identified. How I have identified that? So, and I am showing you the research findings. So if you have gone through Barron, Morgan, Atkinson, the basic books, you should be aware of the basic research findings. Getting? So this, if you commit this kind of mistakes, from where marks will come? You are just writing from assumptions, intuitive way of writing answers. Don't do that. Try to be, informed. Read at least one or two textbooks properly, and focus on such basic things. I can assure you that you will get very good marks. So what I am making a point here, that when I go back space, this way if you are writing entrepreneurial and innovations, then you are going to write so many things. You have written example, research and has this thing, that so many examples are there. Examples is okay, but when you are making a point, example is too elaborate. But when you are making the point, significance is this one. So you are dealing with something critical. So you cannot be very casual. You cannot be very intuitive. You have to be very, research, oriented individuals here, because you are making a point that should be substantial things. So I hope with this example I am telling you that when you are writing your answers, who evaluates matter, whether that person has paid attention to these micro things or not, and whether tick, okay, then what would we get? We will get nothing. Getting? So if you are preparing with psychology optional or whatever we optional be, so be sure, I am referring to psychology optional because I give coaching for that thing. I give evaluate unit wise test series is here. See this thing. Let me tell you the things. See, unit wise twice 25 means psychology and economic development, and see the questions is given. These are the standard questions. If you perform, your weakness will be identified. So if you unit wise, means chapter wise, if you do practice on the such and such questions and your paper is evaluated properly, feedback is given, you get model under discussion, then from where you will commit mistake, your all the flaws will be identified, and you can rectify before you actually give the exam. Otherwise, what will happen? 220 marks, 230 marks, sometimes 200 marks, and you will say that what is going wrong, what is going wrong. But don't do that. You would be, do extensive answer writing practice. And answer writing practice, I have seen that several people are doing answer writing practice with one Smarak Sen or book, and say, okay, it's okay. In paper 2, can you handle all these things with that book? You cannot. Because this is applied psychology. You need research finding, you need example, you need answer writing skills, so get it evaluated wherever you are. And if your teacher is available, then you go and ask the thing that the expert and experienced person, because he is qualified, suppose, and he has got experience, then the person will give you very good feedback, and that will help you to improve your marks getting in UPSC examination. And if you want to take help from me, you can also join us. But wherever you are and whoever be the teacher, but that person should be qualified and should give time to evaluate the paper. I have seen that the students are evaluating the paper. Many of several students in my class or from test series have scored well. But if I give that paper to evaluate, can that person is experienced enough to evaluate the paper? No, I don't think so, because it is not a joke. Because you are going, few attempts you have, limited attempt you can say, and why you should do experiment? So don't compromise with this kind of thing, and get it evaluated properly, and identify all the weaknesses and rectify in due time. I can assure you, you will get very good marks. Otherwise, you will start, you will be confused that what is wrong and I'm not getting marks. What is the reason for that? So this is the point I was trying to make here. I was trying to pinpoint that this is one of the important reason for underperformance and poor marks in UPSC examination with psychology optional. I have given you this thing. Understood? So in the next, I will identify something else. When I come to, while evaluating the paper, I got this point. So I say that I should share with you, so that you should be aware of this kind of mistake. Don't commit this kind of mistake. Otherwise, you will always be, in below average range, and you will be out of competition. So I am making you, I am warning you. So prepare it properly. Okay? मिलेंगे अगले वीडियो में और बात करेंगे किसी और चीज़ों पे. थैंक यू वेरी मच. अगर आप इस तरह की चीज़ों को देखना चाहते, ज्वाइन करना चाहते, you can visit our website beautifulmindies.com. You will find several helping courses for that. Thank you very much.